Aloha, I'm Chris Burke, and coming up on ESPN, he goes by TJ, but the rest of the NFL got to know him as TJ last year. TJ got 12 TDs after assuming the starting role. We'll be looking for more today. Buffalo, Atlanta. Still fans making their way to the turnstiles, they'll be just in time to catch the start of this game. To the Georgia game. Peter expected to be in the booth, and Peter is that kind of offensive powerhouse who's got on the field. No doubt about it, we could be in for a five-string game for them. Michael Vick is a quarterback with excellent mobility. If you see something happening downfield with a pocket breaks down, he'll remain scrambling in the least. Tell you what, man, his teammate is a shabby either. Roger Quinto is one of the premier receiving tight ends in the league. He's built like a rock, but his soft hands make him a great receiver. Deadly combination out there. I'm dying to see how it pans out. Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins, but first, the toss of the ball. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Gets it, and we are underway. Catches it back at the 3. At the 27. See that nice kick, and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job. Falcons offense takes the field, and they will start at their own 7-yard line. Michael Vick made the pass perfectly, zeroing on his man despite the coverage. You know, it's all about accuracy in that situation. Either what a nice pickup to get them into a second and short situation. Yeah, great play, and now they have a bunch of options on what to try next. To 39. That will bring up first down. First down, 2 wideouts on the field. Picks up about 2, and that will bring up second down. Second down for the Fletcher touches him down for a loss back at the 50. London Fletcher targeted the ball carrier early, but didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job eliminating any forward progress on that play. That will bring up the 3rd and long. Let's watch this. 5 wide out. On the coverage, incomplete. 4th down coming up. Warren Malone, he's got a hand on that football. He left no chance for a reception. Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator. It sure was. Perfect key for that situation. And it will bring up for the lines up for the punt. Moore takes the long snap and punts it away. Gets it off the bounce at the 6. No one in front of him. The Bills find themselves in dangerous territory and will start this one way back at their own 6-yard line. It'll be second down. I think if you can get down before it, that was the middle. Gets the call on second down. It's good. That'll do it for quarter number 1. The Bills are out in front, 7-0. There's the signal, and we're ready. Liddell kicks it off. Russell fields the kickoff at the 3. And Johnson, a very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan. The Falcons offense comes out and has an opportunity to tie it before halftime. They'll start at their own 24-yard line. To 34. London Fletcher did a fantastic job breaking down the play and knowing where to be to intercept the pass. Having help in the zone really paid off for him. Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game. Yeah, you gotta love to be like that. The Bills are looking for some separation before half, and will start this drive at the 24-yard line. After 16, first down. With the ball and make the play. It was him. 7 down with a split backfield. All Jason Webster managed to take him down just before he got to the marker. Inside the right goal post. Ryan Downs gets the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man, a few more inches and he'd have made the highlight reel, not the way he would have wanted to. Picking up the there's the signal, and we're ready. Rockets this one deep. Johnson. So the decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either. Falcons were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at the line 23-yard line. There, those are the motion. To the line of scrimmage. Williams with a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle. That will be his fourth tackle so far. What do you think of his performance, Peter? Solid game, Dan. Really carrying his sizable weight out there. Second down with the tight end right. 4 yards. That brings up third down. We're going to get it. We're going to go just like here. We're going to execute. We're going to face down. We're going to give you what you need. Okay, guys? Somebody back there. No one in front of him. Congratulations from his teammates. It's well deserved, Dan. The point after, it's good. The ref gets the signal and we're set. And now, booms of beauty here. That's right. The Giants could take it out of the end zone. Well, it may have been a little risky. He gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out of the wash on that play. Falcons offense takes the field with the clock at 8. That'll do it for the first half of this one. The Bills in command of this one, 17-0. And now let's send you to Christopher Henson out of studios in Bristol for the ESPN Halftime Report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, we'll get back to you in a bit. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Burns. As we look at the numbers for the first half and look at the turnover count, the Falcons are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. We'll start this one off late in the first quarter. Travis Henry is going to take this one right off the gut. Look at the burst as he busts into the secondary. There he goes. The 93-yard touchdown for the Bills. The Bills get the first points of the game and go up by 7. The Falcons Falcons now in the second quarter. Werewolves of London Fletcher is in the right place at the right time. And his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Bills still early in the second quarter. Bills leading by 7. Drew Bledsoe connected with his man on this one. They move ahead by 10. Falcons late in the second quarter. Devin Thomas shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Touchdown for the Bills. And that's where we'll leave this one. Falcons are down at the half, 17-0. Today's halftime hero has turned in an incredible performance thus far. Travis Henry has played like a man possessed. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Bills will get the ball first here in the second half, and they are dominating this game. Currently, they are up large, 17-0. Let's get down the field and the action. Here, gets the second half kickoff away. Here's the second half kickoff after to 23. With Susie Culver, who has an update for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. Head coach Jim Moore clearly was upset about his team's performance in the first half. He said, "This is not the way we could start this game. Offensively, we just haven't been getting it done."
Picks up a couple.
Return for a few there, but after that gigantic putt, it was like carrying a single page on a warring beast. It doesn't make much of a difference.
Falcons will start this first play of the drive at their 39-yard line. It's intercepted. No one in bounds. The 35.
Check out the interception here on the replay, Dan. Watch how he reacts to getting the ball's path. Nice. That's how you make the INT, baby.
Their third interception of the game, and Peter, the D is homing in on the passing game.
A tough play. I love it.
The Bills stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. It'll be second down.
I'll take what you can get there, but they were hoping for more than
shotgun. Bledsoe doesn't leave much room for error on this one. It's either a great passing completion or an interception. Let's take a look. Well, that's a great pass and a great completion. You don't see many quarterbacks throwing you double coverage like that. That one's a sin. Coverage on this play.
A nice catch, but also a nice move to shake the coverage.
He owned that matchup.
They score again, and they are starting to pull away here.
Yes, they are. And they've got a nice pad.
Okay, come on, man.
It's theirs.
There's the extra point, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Now kicks this one away. Russell fields it all the way back at the 30.
He's got a nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
Falcons offense comes out, and they are way down late in the game. They'll need some magic as they start playing. 7-yard line. Vincent tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete.
Boy, Vincent got himself in a prime position to bat away that football before the receiver even had a shot.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Bills in command of this one, 24-0. Second down, Jacob at the game. It's tipped. Incomplete.
Michael Vick has had difficulties to stay alert. And now he's second-guessing everything he's thrown. Terrible day. So far, he's struggled to get 8 yards and 3 interceptions. Third and 10. Falcons 7-yard line.
Vick made a throw that was off target there. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Isaiah Reese was with the receiver all the way back there on that deep corner route and interrupted the pass. Incomplete.
Well, the D holds tight on third and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Isaiah was perfect team for that situation.
Then unload this to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
It's great to face on the first three on the end. Oh, I just can't get enough of this action. What a tremendous display of athleticism.
So, offense takes the field, and can they capitalize on the defensive stop? Well, start this drive at the 20. Heads upfield. That was his second rushing touchdown of the day. Not a bad day at the office so far.
Typical production for him, Dan. He's that kind of player. Ryan Lindell to attempt the extra point. Brian Warman holding.
Now the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Lindell kicks this one away. And fields the kickoff at the 2.
He's that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
Falcons have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 23-yard line. Vick throws a bullet to the flat, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
One turn was the outside on that last play. Had some room but couldn't make the catch. Incomplete.
Not much success to be had on the right side for this passing game, Peter. They have been off over there.
Yeah, I'd go somewhere else about it.
For a first down. Vick floats this one out to the right side, and it's knocked away from the receiver, incomplete.
Pass interference, number 23, defense. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Robinson draws it well here from some aggressive coverage. You can't be that physical with a receiver and get away with it. Yeah, that's pass interference, all right. Good call.
First down, one man down.
All at the 33.
No good, incomplete.
Roy Mason kept both eyes on the short out on that one and caused the incomplete pass.
Coach Morla is not happy with that call, and he's going to challenge it.
Hey, what a challenge.
This is their first challenge of the game, and even if they lose this one, they still have one challenge left.
Dan, when we check out the replay here, we should be able to see if the catch was made prior to going out of bounds.
After review, the pass has been ruled complete. The catch was made prior to going out of bounds. Atlanta will not be charged a timeout. Second down.
He likes the call, and he's sort of had a feeling.
Second and run. Ball at the 36-yard line.
Price gets the catch and gets past the markers for a first down.
Holding, number 74, offense. 10-yard penalty.
Grabs him but does not let go. We're so big fans of this and they throw the flag. That's offensive holding right there. Good call. Second and 11. Ball at the 36-yard line.
Sings it to the outside after the reception was made past the markers for a first down. First down, 3 wideouts in the game. First down, the clock is stopped at 2 minutes. Reese makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Isaiah Reese swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting it.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive defense. Ball at the 33.
The sack, and the Falcons take their first time out.
Third and 13. Ball at the 37.
Malloy hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Lawyer Malloy had that play dissected before it even started, really. Textbook zone coverage there.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. Vic just rifles this one and the 32.
Roy Vincent does a nice job picking off the pass there. He's got it, and he gets a little more with that nice little run back.
Yet another interception for this defense, and they're making passing just about impossible so far.
Absolutely. Great reads, great jumps on the ball, great athletes, and it's all happening down there.
The Bills start this drive of the game from well, and they're off here at 46. Falcons take a timeout. That's their second. Second down, both tight ends left.
Ball at the Bills, 35 yards.
He stops. Falcons take a timeout. That's their final one. Third down. The clock is stopped at 1:37. Henry will make a carry on 3rd down and passes the line, crosses the field, eventually pushed out of bounds at the 47. First down.
Travis Henry has taken it to the offense. But you have to credit him for that huge run he broke off earlier. Real dangerous as soon as he gets past the line. I like his numbers here. So far, he's racked up 147 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wow, those are nice stats. Way to carry the ball.
Come on, man.
going to do it for this one. The Bills come out on top 31-0. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, Dan, thank you. So this one is in the books as we welcome you all to our ESPN Video Games post-game show. I'm Chris Berman. The Bills stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Pick up the action midway through the third quarter. Warriors in love Malloy come up with a big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Bills, after getting an interception, the Bills with the ball at the 21. Drew Bledsoe would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. A 20-yard touchdown for the Bills. The Bills, after a stop on fourth down, Bills leading by 24. Travis Henry finds an opening here and he was off. They've opened it up now and lead by 31. The Falcons on defense, Nate Clements would turn things around. Big shift in momentum here as he pounced on a fumble. The defense recovered. Falcons down 31-0. Travis Henry get up ahead of steam, and then it was clear sailing from there. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bills serve up a shutout, 31-0. Now let's talk to a player who was instrumental in their dominant running game. And is our player of the game. Travis Henry is on the sidelines with Susie Coleman. Susie?
Thank you, Chris. You played brilliantly, and your team bulldozed to a runaway victory. What do you think was vital to your team's success today?
Man, our defense played great. They were getting after the ball, hustling, making hits all game long. Man, it got me fired up watching them play. It was a nice effort all around, though.
Chris, back to you.
That concludes our presentation of the NFL preseason on ESPN. Celebrating its 25th anniversary as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. See you next time. Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN, he overcame his past playoff miseries by taking his club to the AFC title game last year. Now, can reigning league MVP Peyton Manning take his club all the way? You see him in action here. Colt, quiet.
The fans are finding their way to their seats, those who really own those seats, as we get set to begin this exciting game. Peter, both of these teams have some very talented players holding down the safety positions. Do you agree? No question about it, man. Safeties are often literally the last line of defense. These are reliable outfield front. Mark Marion is a very talented free safety. What's extraordinary about this guy is his stamina. As the game wears on, he gets more and more done. On the other side of the ball, we've got another top performer, Mike Doss, a real heck of a strong safety. What really impresses me about this guy is his endurance. Being able to maintain his high level of play without dropping during the course of the game. I tell you what, Dan, both these guys have potential to light it up today. All right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on him as the game progresses. But first, the coin toss. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Hansen boots the opening kickoff. Rose downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Colts will start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
And bunch of receivers out there.
James pitches it in and tries to get free to 33.
Peyton Manning uses his size to his advantage. 6'5", 230. He's one of the taller QBs in the league. That lets him see over the offensive line and spot those free receivers.
First down with a split backfield. Catches the hard throw and is at the 40, 25, 10, 5. He's in for a touchdown.
Marvin Harrison takes the catch and then takes it for a great run here. Now he's got it. If you give him the room, he'll be happy to take it from you.
That's his first touchdown of the day.
And I think he's a guy you can count on to make those end zone catches. He sets a high standard for himself and usually meets it.
Mike Vander to attempt the extra point. Number 16, holding.
Now the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Vandercat booms a beauty here. Clayton downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Jones picks up about 2, and that brings up second down.
Kevin Jones didn't get very far on that last play, and he even had the help of some blocking, trying to get the defense out that number.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get there, but they were hoping for more.
They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Troy Schlesinger was open on the outstretch there, but just couldn't make the grab. Incomplete.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much.
Not a lot of potential on that call.
It'll be fourth down.
Joe Whittington trying to scramble his way out of trouble back there, but doesn't get much in the way of yardage to make it. It's hard to improvise a play like that, and once you cross the line, you become one-dimensional and much easier to take care of.
Lines up to come after the 3 and out. Harris takes the snap and puts it away.
Before he got very far, and this punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Colts had an effective first drive, and we'll see if they can keep it up. They'll start at their own 29-yard line. James goes in motion. Outside, and the completion is good for 6.
Peyton Manning made a nice throw there, got it right past the defender.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. The 34. Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how evasive you are. And the catch is made well past the markers for a first down. And that'll do it for quarter number one. The Colts are out in front, 7-0. There's the hit. You know, that reminds me of this nature show I saw on TV. A lion pounced on an antelope with a saw. Peter, that has to be tough to do. He used his feet to make a sure against one of the most evasive players. You guessed right. That's instincts. James gains 10 yards on the play, and that brings up third down. Third down, 2 wideouts on the field. Gets the toss and runs into traffic. Breaks free, runs out of bounds at the 40. That will bring up first down.
First down, Colt. Veteran James working to the outside and gets a huge gain. That's a great play, great execution. Let's have another look. Yep, got past the marker and eventually runs out of bounds.
Peter, they did what they needed to do, and they squeaked it past the first down line.
Yeah, he knew what he needed to do, and he done did it.
How eloquently put.
Thank you. Well, look at those numbers from last year. That is impressive.
James 5 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Second down, 4 yards to go. He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Marvin Harrison had a defender close by, but was able to bring down the catch.
A beautiful pickup, Peter. Everyone on the offense is happy about that play.
Definitely great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. Incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
I'm sure it was perfect team for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down. And their field goal unit is on the field. The field goal here. Let's watch this again. Yep, it's just a little bit to the side of the upright, but those only counts in horseshoes. The Lions offense comes out and has an opportunity to tie it before halftime. They'll start at their own 23-yard line. First down, one man back. Throws a big run here, and it's complete at the 25. Make the catch. Very good, but that's only the beginning. You can shoot the yard. He'll get the touchdown, and he does it in style. Beautiful play.
Watch the pass! Watch the pass!
Now the point after. So his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either. The Colts offense takes the field with the clock at 20. Marvin Harrison had two guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch. I think the short game is working for them, moving them forward a little at a time. It's nickel and dime with you. Heads out right down at the 33. So that'll bring the first half of football to a close as the clubs head to the locker room, all tied. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
Okay, Jana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our halftime comparison. And as you can see, total yards definitely tell the story thus far. The Colts should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Star Marvin Harrison came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. A 67-yard touchdown for the Colts. The Colts strike first and go up by 7. The Colts midway through the second, this time at the 36. Peyton Manning would find his target on this one. The Lions late into the second quarter. Lions back by 7. Joey Harrington had it working as he connected with his man here for a big one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Lions are keeping it evened up. We're tied 7-all. Time now for our Halftime Hero Award, which recognizes the most dominant player of the first half. This time there could be no question. Starvin' Marvin Harrison has taken over this game. And now let's return to the second half. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Lions get the ball first to start the second half, and they will have a chance to break the deadlock. It's all tied up here. Let's go down to the field. Kicks it, and the second half has now started. Hogan downs this in the end zone for a touchdown. The Lions have been locked in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Harrington untouched this to the left sideline, and it's caught at the 35, 40, 30, 20, 15, 5.
Makes the catch, but not sure what he does after the completion. Caught and now fight for more yards. You can't coach that.
They take the lead on that touchdown, Peter, and they have to be happy with their performance on that drive.
Yeah, great call and great execution.
The point after. It's this one deep. Interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, there's the drive results, and the thing I want to talk about is how close this game is. When the score is like it is, one single mistake could change the whole game. They need to be careful here. Dominic Rhodes got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either. Well, those are some impressive numbers. Look at those receiving yards. Nobody on him. The quarterback saw it and got the ball to him.
A lot of short completions like that today, Peter, where they get stopped right soon after the catch.
Yeah, if you can't make anything happen after the catch, those short throws are useless. Precision passing out there, Dan. Clearly, he's exploiting the short game so far, and he's got 134 yards and 1 touchdown.
Second down with the tight end right.
Powered ahead for more after making a catch. Love to see that kind of happen.
A nice run after the catch, and that's what they expect from him.
That's his job description. You won't see him running the first round, but you will see him make third, second, fourth down.
It's the third down.
First down, 4. First and 10.
It's complete at the 43, and he stopped right there. That will bring up first down. First down and 4 wideouts in the game. He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Peyton Manning makes a terrific completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
Great pass, Peter, and he's having a terrific day so far.
You bet. So far, he's got 182 yards and 1 touchdown.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Lions are out in front, 14-7. Brought down hard at the 1. It'll be first and goal.
Reggie Wayne is just crazy good on this play then. He refuses to be intimidated by triple coverage. He would have tried to throw somewhere else, I think. Oh, but it didn't matter. He made the catch. Great job.
He's in for the score.
Marcus Pollard plays this one perfectly, getting himself to the right place at the right time to make the catch. The defense should be embarrassed that they let this one get away.
Yeah, Peter, they had him double covered, and they still couldn't get to the ball in time. He was just too good for it.
He's an incredible receiver. Nothing gets in his way.
Touchdown, no cover close, Peter. Here's the point after. It's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Rockets this one deep. Clinton decides to take it out of the end zone. 24. Some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Look at the drive results, and you can see that they're getting it done and have punched the ball into the end zone. Nice work so far. Reggie Swinton got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Lions offense takes the field with time winding down. They'll start at their own 24-yard line. As his number called on first down, and maybe picks up 1 on the play.
David Thornton with the tackle.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Jefferson makes a play on this one and forces the incompletion.
Joseph Jefferson flied that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting it.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Harrington unleashes to the left sideline, and they can't connect. Incomplete.
With the intended receiver, number 42 with the coverage.
Harris gets ready to punt this away. Harris takes the snap and punts it away. Walter fields the punt.
Troy Walters did a nice job getting some yards after creating a solid punt.
The Colts will start this drive near midfield with the clock at 1:51. The catch is made for the first. The clock continues to tick down. First down, tight end to the left. James catches it. Second down. The clock is stopped at 1:27. Here's this one to the left side. Their first down, and he had room to run as well. Incomplete, however, and it will be third down. Third down from the shotgun. Take their first time up. Second down for the Third down. The clock is stopped at 1:08. That's the first time he's seen the end zone, and you know it was going to happen sooner or later.
Oh, he expects to have something under that TV stat at the end of every game.
Number 16.
Now the point after, and it's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Vanderjack booms up duty here. Clinton downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:02. Rogers catches it in the clock, and the clock continues to wind down. Throws a heater right sideline, and it's tipped incomplete.
Anthony Floyd came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but the defense had other ideas.
He anticipated the throw was key here. It made all the pieces fall into place.
Third down coming up. Third down. No ice, and it falls incomplete. It'll be fourth down. First down. Strikes the ball, and that will stop the clock. Second down. The clock is stopped at 27. Rifles it out left side, and it's incomplete.
Degrees this year came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
That is their fourth batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays in this squad. We'll see if they can keep it up. Third down. This is the seventh play of the drive. Bashir takes away on the coverage, incomplete. Fourth down, coming up. They will turn the ball over on down.
Von Hutchins does some outstanding coverage here. He sticks close on the post and rejects the pass for the incompletion. That's some great football.
Peter, that seemed like an odd situation to go for it on fourth down. What do you think?
Well, it was very gutsy, but maybe they should have used their heads and not their The only bright spot is that they have all three of their timeouts left.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Colts come out on top, 21-14. For Mike Wagner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Colts stepped it up for putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Charles Rogers came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. An 80-yard touchdown for the Lions. The Colts answer right back. Ball at the 43-yard line. Peyton Manning would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. A 25-yard play that set up a Colt touchdown. Game tied 14-all. Adrian James got the carry here and he was able to break through. Joey Harrington connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Colts squeaked out a win, 21-14. Now let's catch up with the player who really ignited his team's offense with his deft passing and has earned our Player of the Game award. Peyton Manning was kind enough to give us a moment of his time, and he's on the field with Susie Colbert. Susie?
Thanks, Chris. You really came up big, and you nosed them out in this nail-biter game. What was the key to your success?
Today's win was huge. The coaches, man. It's all about the coaches. If it wasn't for our coaching staff out here, we wouldn't have got it done. So I give a lot of credit to the coaches. They were a big edge in winning this game today.
Back to you, Chris.
That winds up our broadcast of the NFL preseason on ESPN. Worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Burns. Thanks for joining us. Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Here we go on ESPN. It's been a long and well-documented road to the top for Tommy Maddox. He finds himself in a position of needing to prove himself again in 2004. He'll be at the helm in this one. Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers. It's go time!
Still fans making their way through the turnstiles. They'll be just in time to catch the start of this game. With me, my colleague, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, this game features a big-time matchup between an elite wide receiver and a defensive back who's one of the best in the league.
That's right, Pete. You've got to figure they'll be seeing a lot of one another today. Frank Ward is a magnificent talent. He's clearly one of the very top receivers in the National Football League. He's an exact route runner, and that's crucial for an effective offense, because it allows the quarterback to scan his receivers quickly and effectively. Warming up across the field is another tremendous football player. This is Callis is ranked among the very best cornerbacks in the league today. I tell you, this guy's got a lot of horsepower. His speed enables him to lock down receivers and get after the ball no matter where it is. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a real dogfight in store for us.
Okay, Peter, we'll see how they do once the game begins, but first, the toss of the coin.
Anthony.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Reed picks it up to begin the game. Frankfurt decides to take it out of the end zone. To deal with today, and Susie Culver is down in the midst of it with a report. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. It doesn't rain much harder than this, Dan. This deluge is turning the grass into mud and the field is crazy. Turning it right up. This game looks like it could become
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get through regardless of how evasive sings it to the right side, and the reception is made past the markers for a first down. First down, tight end to the left. Forces the incompletion.
Ray Boyle himself in prime position to battle away that football before the receiver even had a shot at it.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down. Catch is made well past the markers for a first down.
Tommy, at
two guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
And Peter, with this receiver's size, that was nothing short of a mismatch out there.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of how I try to cover my older brother. And he was just too tall. Same deal here.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down, 10 yards to go. Eventually tackling at the 24. It will be first down.
Travis Taylor makes the catch here with three defenders on his tail. I'll tell you, I was not expecting that pass at all. I wonder if he knew it was coming.
Yeah, Peter, I think you could argue that that throw probably should never have been made. It was very risky, but it did work out.
So it's all about staying focused and believing in your teammates.
The 21. That will bring up third down.
Jamal Lewis played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
A decent play, and they'll now face third and short.
That's the key game. Make third down easy, and they did just that.
Now they just need to convert. We'll see what they do. Lewis carries it for a third time in a row and gets the first and more. He's in for the touchdown. First time he's seen the end zone, and you know it was going to happen sooner or later.
He expects to have something under that TV stat at the end of every game.
Get your hands up! Get them up!
Here's the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Stover moves up duty here. Hawthorne downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Carter goes in motion. Gets past the line, tackling that to 23. Look at that. And that'll do it for quarter number one. Ravens are out in front, 7-0. Picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up third down.
Hugh Staley played smart on that last one by following his blockers, but hey, they weren't able to open up any holes for him.
Not a lot of room on that play. It will be third down.
Third and 6.
Carter goes in motion. Sings it to the right side, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Plexico burst. Went to the outside on that last play. Had some room but couldn't make the catch. Incomplete.
The incompletions keep piling up, and even here in the second quarter, it doesn't seem to be improving.
Not at all. They're just not getting it together. The timing, the routes, the protection. They know it.
Agaki lines up the punt after the 3-and-out. Agaki gets the snap and punts it away.
Right for it.
Here's the run at the 32. The 42.
That's up a few yards on the run back there. Bringing down the size of the punt a little bit.
Ravens are looking for some separation before half, and will start this drive at their 42-yard line. It's a first down. Corner gets back to the line of scrimmage. And this is nothing but read and react here, which is what all defenders are taught. No concentration of man and sneaky runner. Step up and gain its yards. Second down, 2 wideouts on the field. On the coverage, incomplete.
Joey Porter came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
Nice defensive play will give him the second batted ball of the game.
Great read.
Nobody can stop him this. I hope his mom's got the VCR going. He'll add a touchdown to his stats, and he has to be very happy with that.
Good play, my friend.
Here's the extra point.
Right for it.
Packers it back at the 2.
A very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, James.
Ravens could take the lead before halftime as their offense will start at their own 26-yard line. Third down, empty back. for a reception. Well, the knee holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
It sure was. Perfect cue for that situation.
Work this away. That's cool. That's the ball and punts it away. And allowed the 36. Stopped at the 43.
And Juan ran well. Didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Steelers stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their 43-yard line. It's intercepted. He's in. Touchdown.
He's going all the way. Nobody can stop him, man. I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love G like that. Next over. We'll think the extra point.
Here's the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Rover rockets this one deep. Offload downs this in the end zone for a touchdown. The Steelers' offense comes out and has an opportunity to tie it before halftime. They'll start at their own 20-yard line. Alex throws a big high lob, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
And Reed came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down with a split backfield. Ward goes in motion. Ward didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Johnny Maddox went into double coverage, but luckily nobody was able to catch it. Third and 10.
This one hard over the middle, and it's intercepted. The 38.
Gary Baxter managed to intercept that ball even in these slippery conditions. The defense has to be alert. Those passes can go anywhere.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and Stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
The Ravens offense takes the field with the clock at 17. There's a bullet to the left, and it's complete at 32. 40. First half of this one, Ravens are out in front, 14-7. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
All right, gang, get your seat game at the half. Get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. The Steelers, therefore, find themselves in a tight ballgame. Anything can happen in the second half. We'll start this one off late in the first quarter. Jamal Lewis will make the first guy miss. Then he'd rip off a chunk of yardage here. A 15-yard touchdown for the Ravens. The Ravens get the first points of the game and go up by 7. Ravens midway through the second, the ball at their own 41-yard line. Ivan Taylor shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. Touchdown for the Steelers. Steelers late into the second quarter gained time 7-all. Ed Reed would come up with a huge play here. He was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. The Steelers have it again. Gary Baxter was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. And that's where we'll leave this one. Steelers are down, but still in it, 14-7. And as far as my halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. Ivan Taylor has been unstoppable. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast, presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Steelers will receive to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 14-7. Now, let's get to the game. The Steelers got this outside of the end zone for a touchdown. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turn the ball over leaps out at you, and you have to think that that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL.
We've got a quick update from ESPN's very own Susie Calder. Susie.
Thanks, Dan. Head coach Bill Cowher talked to us just a second ago, and he mentioned that while it's a close game, he is not at all happy in the turnover department. He added, it's the kind of game where every possession counts, and you simply can't give up the ball like we have. Peter.
Throws a heater right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Chris McAllister floats in from the zone and forced the incompletion.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Burris goes in motion. Staley catches it in the front and is at the 25. Brought down at the 25.
Automatics is really struggling out there today. As you can see by the numbers, it's all bad. Up and out, he's got 5 yards and 2 interceptions.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. Stanley gets the ball and stands his back side of the market. It'll be fourth down.
Marcus Douglas makes a save, dropping the ball carrier before he could get to the markers.
They let the ball move close to the first, but they could not let it pass.
It's a great job breaking back in.
Fourth and short. Ardaki lines up the front after the foul. Ardaki gets the snap and punts it away. Right for Field for 26.
It doesn't make much of a difference.
Ravens will start this first play of the drive at their 38-yard line. Choose up about 4 on the play.
We're going to get you. And we're going to go just like this. We're going to execute. We're going to stay strong. And we're going to get you a spot you need to. Okay, fellas?
Second down, 3 wideouts in the game. Fires this one quick to the mound, and he gets the first on third and long.
Travis Taylor has the guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about staking your turf.
The balls are coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like his performance so far.
Well, then I like any receiver who's willing to go over the middle and sacrifice the ball to make the play.
Second down, 10 yards to go. This one, and the completion is good for 6.
Kyle Bowler threw a nice pass past the coverage and got the completion. Tough throw, but an accurate throw.
They move the ball, and that'll bring up third down. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Ravens are out in front, 14-7.
Short of the margin. But the only thing that's going to grow there is the bees morale.
And I'll tell you, Peter, he made a great tackle there and brought down one of the more elusive backs in the game.
Well, you're absolutely right, Jimmy. But if there's one guy on this defense that can slip with the ball and make the play,
Oh, it's him. That's him. He's up for the pass. That's him. Takes the long snap and kicks what will be a short one.
good job. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, good job, man. Yeah.
Steelers offense takes the field with time winding down. They'll start their own 9-yard line. That will be a gain of 3 yards. First down, 3 wideouts in the game. Second down, the clock is stopped at 1:56.
There's a bunch of receivers out there. Expecting that answer. They're going to nickel.
The catch is made for the first. The clock continues to tick down. First down, 10 yards to go. Manning made a throw that was off target there. Incomplete.
Well, Dan, the rain was a huge factor on that last play. I think without it, it would have been a catch.
No easy yard play, Danielson.
First down, and this is the 7th play of the drive. Runs into traffic, tackle, and the clock will continue to run.
Got more to play. Trying to run again.
rope and it's incomplete. Let's go back and revisit that last tackle in the backfield. Great stop.
Yeah, and Ray Lewis, my goodness. Pro Bowl, Defensive Player of the Year, Super Bowl MVP. He's done it all. And a lot of the reason is because he plays every play with his own Super Bowl on the line. He's a
Incompletion. That will bring up fourth down.
44, and he's got a deal on that football. He left no chance for a reception.
Now the knee holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
It sure was. Perfect team for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down.
Well, son, he made a play, I tell you. What a stop on 4th down. It's worth another look. Oh, huge tackle, huge play.
They had the right idea there, going for it, trying to put the ball in the end zone, but they couldn't convert.
It was the right time to roll the dice game, but this time the house wins and they turn it over. Not a lot of time to get the job done, but they can start the clock 3 times with the time out. There's a loss that'll bring up 4th down game. While it's a big play, the clock still ticks on. Another 40 seconds to roll off the clock here.
The school lines up the bunt after the 3 and out. First down after 37. It will be first down.
Alias Thomas didn't panic when the ball got loose, and that was why he was able to reel it back in the boat.
And that is going to do it for this one. Ravens come out on top, 14-7. For my partner, Peter Ortiz, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Hi, I'm Chris Burns. Ahead on ESPN, we'll see if Donald Duke and the driver and this underrated receiving corps can create a few matchup problems in that opposing secondary. New York Giants, Green Bay Packers, right ahead.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Welcome to historic Lambeau Field. Mr. Peter O'Keefe is in the booth with me as always. And Peter, we have some different coaching styles in front of us.
Different but both effective. Mike Sherman is someone who likes to run the ball and run it often. His coaching style is ball control, monopolize the clock, and wear it on the defense as the game goes on. Coach Coughlin has his own style. He really likes to dissect the defense and accomplish his passing approach. It puts a lot of responsibility on the quarterback to find the right man, and that's just fine with him.
All right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on him as the game progresses. But first, the coin toss.
It's heads. That's right.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Picks it up to begin the game. Davenport gives it all the way back at the 30.
Michael Davenport got a very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan.
The Packers offense gets the field, and they will start at their own 26-yard line. Joseph gets the sack at the 22.
Joseph does a great job stopping the quarterback cold in the backfield.
They lose a couple of yards, but it's the feeling of dropping the quarterback that matters.
I think it's so important to stop and appreciate the little things, like a flower or a rainbow or a tortured face on a quarterback for crying out loud.
The defensive design worked flawlessly. Responsible, well behind.
You roll a series from the onset.
Second and long ahead. Green gets the ball and chews up about 4 on the play. Third down, empty backfield.
We're down about an empty backfield, 5 receivers. Defense is in that dive. Let's watch.
It's intercepted. No one in front of him. Touchdown at the 21.
William Peterson not only Shanghai's the football for the interception, but watch. Gets a few more after the catch. Great play all around. To react, make the catch, and then get some yardage to boot. You can't coach that.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
You gotta love being like that.
The Giants are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 21. Warner throws a ball right sideline, and the ball is caught for a gain of 7 on the play.
I tell you, nab the pass without any challenge whatsoever from the defense. When you're that open, every quarterback in the league can get it to you.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Stiff arms his way to a first down.
First down, Giants.
First down, one man down.
And make sure the only one to catch the football is him.
Second and 10.
Was incomplete.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much.
Not a lot of potential on that play. Really calm the was his man on the finer points of coverage on this play.
A nice catch, but also a nice move to shake the coverage.
He owned that matchup.
The touchdown was his for the taking, Peter. Good individual effort.
Yeah, great teamwork, too.
It's good. There's the signal, and we're there. Homes of beauty here. Davenport decides to take it out of the end zone.
A little mystery. He gets out close to the 20, so it all comes out of the wash on that play.
The Packers were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 21-yard line. Driver goes in motion. Green carries it off the short side. Picks up 8 yards on the play.
One of those full typical guys. 6'3", 217. This guy fits the mold perfectly. Able to dodge defenders with his slick moves and trick maneuvers. He's also strong enough to take them head on.
Second down, 2 yards to go.
Look at those last year numbers. That's great production. Another look here. Oh, it's all about accuracy, Dan. There was only one guy covering him on that one, so it makes it an easy catch.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Giants are out in front, 7-0. Second down, and they line up with 3 tight ends.
Ball 43. Nick Greason not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but bumped and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
They don't let that play get back to the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up 3rd down.
All receivers line up as the defense settles into a nickel package. Driver goes in motion.
Throws a hole.
Comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
That'll be his first catch of the game after being shut out the entire first quarter. This is a bit of a slow start for him.
Yeah, it is, Dan, but he will see the ball more and more as the game goes on. With those stats, that's the definition of getting it done year in and year out.
2nd and 6.
Dropping the ball forward before he could get to the marker.
That's his second tackle so far.
We stop him right here and right now.
Eloquently put. Green takes it off the pass. Goes into tackle, and the clock will continue to run. Second down, and they line up for their 11th play of the game. Anderson picks up about 2, and that will bring up third down.
So far, he's got 56 yards and 1 touchdown.
The extra point. There's the signal, and we're ready. Rockets this one deep. Joyce downs this in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants could take the lead before halftime as their offense will start at their own 20-yard line. And forces him to drop the ball in play.
Mike McKenzie had superb coverage on that play. No wonder it was incomplete.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
With them all there.
Second down coming up. Throws a fumble to the front. It's complete.
Harris, that's the interception. But I'm really happy because his teammate got in there and took it. Oh, it's all about coordinating the defense, man. Playing as a team.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Packers bring their offense on the field and will start this drive at the 27-yard line. With the 44-yard attempt.
slight lead in the second half.
That'll do it for the first half of this one. The Packers with a small lead, 10-7. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
All right, James, interesting game at the half. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. The Packers, therefore, find themselves in a tight ball game. Anything can happen in the second half. Let's get started on this one early in the first quarter. William Peterson would come up with a big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Giants, after getting an interception, the Giants inside the red zone. Kurt Warner would find his target on this one. A 10-yard touchdown for the Giants. The Packers late into the second quarter. The Packers losing by 7. Rick Favre would find his target on this one. They tie it up, 7-all. Giants creeping up on the end of the half. Al Harris is leading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Game tied, 7-all. Ryan Longwell is summoned for the field goal attempt. Good catch, good spot, good kick. 3 goods equals 3 points. A 45-yard field goal. And that's where we'll leave this one. Packers are holding on to a lead, 10-7. Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Robert Ferguson has played outstanding. And now let's return to the second half with Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound, designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Giants will recede to start the second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 10-7. Let's go down to the field. Picks it off to begin the second half. George fields the second half kickoff. The 22. Some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. How they turned the ball over leaps out at me. And you have to think that could come back to haunt them. Turnovers are the most telling stat in the NFL.
Susie Culver is down on the field and has some information for us. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. Head coach Mike Sherman told me at halftime that he's fairly satisfied with their overall play in the first half. He said, and he did give up a few big plays defensively. We just have to learn from our mistakes and come on the next game. Always nice to see a coach who's optimistic. Back to you, fellas.
Susie, Warner unloads this to the right sideline, and it's off. Incomplete.
Jeremy Shockey looked like he was all over that one, but it just got away somehow. Incompletion.
That would have been a big play and a big first down for it. He's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Ike Hilliard was getting double coverage there, but it wasn't enough to stop him from making the catch.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and we remove the chain.
Great execution. First and 10.
Potential for a quick first down, but no, they cannot hook up the pass.
You can take a shot in that situation, and it's really not going to hurt you. That's a good play.
Now we're on second down. Second down, that brings up third down.
Bible played smart and used his blockers to perfection on that last play.
They move the ball, and that'll bring up third down. It seemed like the defense read that one from the beginning, and they forced it into the double the lead.
Beautiful call by the deep coordinator.
And before that, Peters gets ready to pump the ball. Takes the long snap and punts it away. At the 15. Dragged down at the 20.
Antonio Chapman didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Packers will start a drive with the lead for the first time in this game. They'll begin at their own 20-yard line. Green takes it for his 8th tackle. Will lose about a yard here.
Jose Manuel was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Peter, once he closes his grip around you, you are not going to get free, regardless of how evasive you are.
Not with that strap. With those guns, you could
Green gets the call again and rambles for about 5.
Nick Reeson with the tackle.
Throws a bullet to the foot, and the completion is made. Short of the markers, however. 4th down coming up.
Terry Cousin forced his man out back there. Allowed some yards, yes, but stopped them short of the markers.
That's his 2nd tackle so far. Sanders lines up the punt after the 3 and out. Sanders takes the snap and punts it away. Joyce catches it.
Damian Joyce backed up a few yards on the run back there, pulling down the sides of the punt a little bit.
The Giants stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Not much there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think it's a good down, but they were really hoping for more.
Chapman goes in motion. Forces the incompletion.
Al Harris and then got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
That play would have set up a manageable 3rd and short.
But instead, they forced the incompletion. That's how the D is supposed to play.
3rd down, 10
That is how you're supposed to throw the passing line, Cody.
The defense forces 4th down, and even if they had completed the pass,
It still would have been short. You have to run those routes farther in that situation.
pumps it away. The 33.
Antonio Chapman did a nice job getting some yards after fielding the solid punt.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. The Packers with a small lead, 10-7. The Packers have been locked in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at their 33-yard line. Second down with a split backfield. Henderson goes in motion. Tackles in behind the line of scrimmage.
Omar Stoudemire was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
Peter, he's been lining up the the defensive side of the ball today and getting some nice numbers out of it.
You bet. So far, he's got good tackles. There was some gain there, but not enough for the first.
And as far as tackles go, this was a pretty good one. He had this one lined up from the get-go.
Well, you kids at home, if you're thinking about playing deep, pay attention. That's exactly what you want to do.
Lines up the top, over 3 and out. Gets the ball and punts it away.
Nice punt pretty much goes unanswered.
The Giants start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:52.
Face mask, number 31, defense. 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Al Harris
Repeat
held the
first
face
down.
mask back there, but it was kind of iffy. That's a 5-yard penalty and a right call.
First down, just a single receiver on the field. Parker puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete.
Mike McKenzie, that's your hard coverage on that play. No wonder it was incomplete.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Second down. The clock is stopped at 1:44. Continues to run. Third down at the end of the will bring up fourth down.
Al Harris, you got to get him on that football. He left no chance for a reception.
A nice defensive play to give him a second batted ball out the game.
Nice job picking off the pass there. He's got it, and he gets a little more than also a run back.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and Stingy is appearing to be the model for their defense.
And either that or give you the ball.
The Packers have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at the 35-yard line. The Giants take their first time out. Second down. The clock is stopped at 1:15. Take a timeout. That's their second. Third down, both wideouts to the right. Tackled, and the Giants take a timeout. That's their final one. Your down in the field goal unit is on the field. Conwell puts it from 47 yards out.
pleased to pull it off.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Takes this one away. Joyce fields the kickoff at the 3.
Joyce tried to run it out, but the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully there.
The Giants will start this drive deep in their own territory with the clock at 58. Incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down. Good denial there. Second down coming up. Second down, 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up.
Third down. Clock is stopped at 51. Away from the marker. That will bring up fourth down. They had the right idea there, going for it, trying to put the ball in the end zone, but they couldn't convert.
It was the right time to roll the dice, man, but this time the house wins and they turn it over. Not a lot of time to get the job done, but they can stop the clock 3 times with their timeouts. A loss of yards here, but they aren't too concerned about that. They just want to keep that clock moving.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Packers are on top 13-7. For my partner, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
All right, Dan. Great work as always. With that, welcome everybody back to the ESPN studios for our ESPN video game post-game show. I'm Chris Berman. The Packers stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Kurt Warner would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. The ball at their own 24. McKenzie shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Packers, after getting an interception, Packers up by 3. Ryan Longwell gets the call for the lengthy field goal attempt. They would in fact deliver, and that's where we'll leave this one. Packers edge out a win, 13-7. Now let's check in with our player of the game, a guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Robert Ferguson is standing by with Susie Colbert. Suze?
Thank you, Chris. You helped carry your team today, and you edged them out in a hard-fought game. What put you guys over the top?
I think our linebackers were the spark plugs for the whole team. Nobody wants to win more games than these guys. They put their bodies on the line, every down, every place for the sake of the team. They should get a lot of credit for this win.
Back to you, Chris.
That concludes our presentation of the NFL preseason on ESPN, celebrating its 25th anniversary as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. See you next time. on ESPN. The vet finally bought the farm back in March. There's a beautiful new stadium right next door for Philly fans now to call their own. Lincoln Financial Field. The NFL and ESPN has an excellent matchup for you here. Dallas going out this one. Good.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Welcome to Lincoln Financial Field. My colleague here in the commentary booth is Peter O'Keefe. Peter, both of these teams have a solid tackle on defense who does an excellent job pursuing the ball.
No doubt about that, Jack. These guys do an outstanding job of leading the offense and ripping at the shred. Nate Williams is a very accomplished outside linebacker. You know, I'm really impressed with this guy's speed for his position. It enables him to be especially active and get in on a lot of tackles. On the other side of the ball, we've got another top performer. Dexter Cocos is a very accomplished outside linebacker. And this guy's got a motor that wins quick. Conditioning plays a big role there, but just as important is his rugged tenacity. Well, better watch out because both of these guys have a chance to make some big plays for us.
All right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on him as the game progresses, but first, the coin toss.
As it is.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Akers picks it, and we are underway. Bickerstaff downs this in the end zone for a touchdown. The Cowboys will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. For some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Great job to take advantage of his loose confusion.
They hold the ball, and that will bring up third down. Third down with 5 yards to go. Capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at the 28-yard line.
And a bunch of receivers out there. They're going to nick it.
Picks it off the toss and takes it up field. First down. Kingston goes in motion. Behind the line at the 13.
Leroy Glover likes to plug things up now. 6'2", 285, and a real talent for stuffing the run. He knows how to lay on a hit in the backfield, believe me.
Second down, tight end to the left.
Singleton not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but bumped and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
Good defense that's forced 2 losses in a row. Kingston didn't haul that one in, and he fell complete. It'll be 4th down.
Terrence Newman had superb coverage on that play. No wonder it was incomplete.
Well, the D holds tight on 3rd and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
It sure was. Perfect team for that situation.
And it will bring up 4th down. 4th down, and the field goal is on the field. Akers picks it for 30.
He was so close, he made that if he was wearing wooden clogs.
Well, unfortunately, I have a feeling we'll never know for sure. There's the signal, and we're ready. Akers buckets this one deep. Cowboys get this outside of the end zone. Cowboys were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at the lone 20-yard line. Carter passes this one after the play action, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Kevin Brown, disrupting. He got in there and smacked that pass away. Great D.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up 2nd down. He's got the 1st down and a whole lot more. 1st down for the arm.
Really strong. Used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all in that last play.
Not much there. It'll be 2nd down.
Didn't think it couldn't get there, but they were hoping for more.
Catches it over the middle and is well past the markers for a 1st down.
Terry Glenn faces down 2 defenders and comes away with the football.
Oh, nice catch. A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chain.
Great execution.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. Eagles with a small lead, 3-0. It's off, incomplete. 2nd down, 2 receivers to the left. The 32. That's their 2nd interception of the game, and Stingy is appearing to be the model for the defense.
Either that or give me the ball.
Eagles are looking for some separation before half, and will start this drive at their 32-yard line. Picks up a yard on the play, and that will bring up second down. And at the end of that play, Peter, it goes to show you what leverage and good positioning can do when it comes to making the tackle.
Yeah, you know, Dave, that's especially important when you're outmatched on strength. That's a good goal.
Kingston goes in motion. They couldn't connect on this one. Incomplete.
Carroll Owens would have had some room on the outside on that play if only he had made the catch. Incomplete.
That would have gotten their first down, and he had room to run as well. Incomplete, however, and it will be third down. Third down and 4 wideouts in the game. Yeah, really almost
Goes right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
After playing it pretty safe and short in the first quarter, he looks long and connects first time out.
That's good. You want to aim for the cheap seats every now and then. Keep the defense nervous.
Westbrook takes it back down to the game and moves forward for 7.
It's not a need to blockers to perfection on that last play.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Tips it to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Steve Hunter came in and got a hit on that football and left no chance for a reception.
On second down, they tried for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that does.
Third down and 1 man down. This pass will fall harmless into the ground, and it's incomplete. It'll be fourth down. Fourth down, 3 yards to go. Hoops it from 50 yards out, and looks like the ref gets the signal, and we're set. Akers goes up duty here. This will come out of the end zone for a touchdown. The Cowboys could take the lead before halftime as their offense will start at their own 20-yard line. Carter throws a bullet to the flat wall, but the next 19 tackle, and the clock will continue to run. That will bring up first down.
Julius Jones is going to make a great play right here. Snags the football and then really turns on the juice.
A nice run after the catch, and that's what they expect from him.
Heck, that's his job description. You won't see him running the first one, and we'll see him make plays off those short attachments.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game. Glenn goes in motion. Cowboys take their first time out.
First and 10.
Carter throws a bullet to the flat, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Quincy Carter has had difficulties in fatal and now he's second guessing everything he's thrown. Terrible day. So far, he's struggled to get 86 yards and 2 interceptions.
Second down, tight end to the left. Incomplete.
Daniel Bryan didn't have anybody on him, and yet he couldn't make the catch.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter third down play, but not much.
Not lost the country on that one. This is a really nice play game. And it worked out from so many angles. But the main thing I love is all the little details. Oh, this is the stuff our camera crew is so good at capturing every week. Great job, guys.
Number one gets ready to punt this away. Brought down at the 18.
Reno Martin didn't get very far running that ball back, but on the bright side, the kick was pretty lackluster, so his offense gets pretty good field position anyway.
Eagles offense takes the field, and they will start out at their own 18-yard line. Picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down.
Brian Westbrook used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get there, but they were hoping for more.
Second down with the tight end run. And the clock will continue to run.
Okay, so we know it's always in practice. Now we're going to get it this time. And we're going to go just like here. We're going to execute, and we're going to face throw it, and we're going to get to the spot we need to. Okay, fellas?
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Eagles are out in front, 6-0. And now let's send you to Chris Berman, our studios in Bristol, for the ESPN halftime report. Over.
Okay, Deanna, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. As we look at the numbers from the first half and look at the turnover count, the Eagles should be way ahead on the scoreboard. But somehow, they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started on this one. Early in the first quarter, Mark Simonow would come up with a big play to kill a drive because he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. Eagles still in the first quarter, already inside field goal range. Brian Westbrook would get the carry here. Good blocking up front to help us bring it. That set up a 31-yard field goal. The boys, later on in the second quarter, Cowboys trailing by 3. Nate Wayne is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Eagles have it off an interception. David Akers would be summoned for the long field goal try. His kick would be right through. A 51-yard field goal. Eagles winning 6-0. Quincy Carter connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Eagles are the only ones on the board. 6-0. Time now for our Halftime Hero Award, which recognizes the most dominant player of the first half. Now, this time there could be no question. Keyshawn Johnson has played outstanding. So that'll do it from here. Let's send you back out now to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe. Dan?
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast. presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Eagles will receive to start the second half, and they currently enjoy a small lead, 6-0. Now, let's get to the game. Humble kicks it off to begin the second half. It carries it all the way back at the 3.
Oh, you bet. All these numbers point to one thing, Dan. A defensive struggle. They can't get complacent. A single score will change the whole complexion of the game.
The Eagles' offense will start this drive at their 40-yard line. Fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
That win. Came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down.
Watch that down, watch it.
Then 10.
Runs into traffic. Newman takes him down back to 39.
Terrence Newman was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
I thought that he would have been the loser in that matchup there, but somehow he made the tackle.
It's real hard to bring down someone not much stronger than you, but you have the perfect ability to make a play.
Third down, empty backfield. Mitchell goes in motion.
Coming out.
Steve Hunter not only Shanghai's the football with interception, but watch. Gets a few more after the catch. Great play all around. To react, make the catch, and then get some yardage to boot. You can't coach that.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you gotta love D like that.
The Cowboys offense has stalled late in their drives the past few times down. We'll see if they can finally score
Made the tackle.
It was Falcons play behind the line of scrimmage. A good call by the defensive coordinator. This one, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Now, Honey Jones, they really got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception.
You know, as a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their 6th so far.
Wow, great anticipation of the pass.
Third down and 4 wideouts in the game.
For the market. There was some game there, but now left to the bench.
His second tackle so far. Number 1 lines up the punt after the 3 and out. Takes the long snap and punts it away. Fair catches it at the 13.
Fair catch interference, number 30.
So you got the call for interference. You just can't do that.
The Eagles stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 28-yard line. Owen goes in motion. It's intercepted. To 30.
Roy Williams job picking off the pass there. He's got it, and he gets a little more with that nice little run back.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
The Cowboys' offense is now on the field, and except for a few big plays, they really can't be happy with their passing game. Let's see what they call on this drive as they start at the 30-yard line. Unloads this to the right sideline, and it's complete for a first down and a whole lot more.
Antonio Brown has a guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about staking your turf.
A lot of short completions like that today, Peter, where they get stopped right soon after the catch.
You can't make anything happen after the catch. Those short throws are useless.
Defense. The ball was placed at the spot of the foul.
Sheldon Brown manhandled that receiver back there like a hockey playing with a chew toy, Dan. And he rightly got slapped with defensive pass interference.
First down, and it's in for the score. He gets the touchdown, and there is no better way to cap off a play than like that.
Nothing better than points, Dale.
Here's the point after, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Condit kicks it off. Wynn fields the kickoff at the 3. The 28.
A very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan.
The Eagles have been locked in a defensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at their own 28-yard line. Will get stuck with the line, and that will bring up second down.
Algernon Singleton targeted the ball carrier early and didn't even let him get back to the line of scrimmage.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They aired on the
Bring up second down. Again, unload this one to the right. The catch is made bypass the markers for a first down.
And again, he just ran perfectly, and the D was nowhere to be found.
You got that right. Missed coverage all around.
That's right, Dan. My 6-year-old could cover that pass better.
A well-designed play there, Peter, and they will move the chain.
Great execution.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Cowboys with a small lead, 7-6. Coming his way in the middle, and he's making them pay. You have to like his performance so far.
Well, they not like any receiver is doing to go over the middle and sacrifice the body.
Here's the push to send him out of bounds. Very forceful, but really almost pointless.
the barn door after the horses are already escaped.
That's his second tackle so far. First down, both wideouts to the right. Richie gets the ball on first down and gains about 3 yards.
Second and 7.
It's tipped. Incomplete.
Darren Woodson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That is their fourth batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. Well, we'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Third and 7.
Prescott goes in motion. Wilson makes a play on this and forces the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Darren Woodson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
A nice defensive play will give him his second batted ball of the game.
Great read there.
Fourth down in the field goal unit is on the field.
Number 10.
Akers with the 41-yard attempt. Field goal makes it 3 for 3 out there. Hasn't missed one yet, and you can't coach them. Let's get the signal, and we're set. Akers warms up duty here. Cowboys got this points out of the end zone for a touchdown. Some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Not a ton of action, but not out of it yet. The D is playing strong and a little offensive rhythm to turn this game around.
Cowboys start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:52. Second down with 2 tight ends to the right. And he's got the first. The clock continues to tick down.
First and 10.
Second down and 5 wide receivers take the field.
Defense. Four-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Sheldon Brown tries to contain his man on this play and ends up holding him. That's going to draw a flag. Let's watch. Oh, yeah, easy call. Defensive holding.
First down, the clock is stopped at 1:14. For the first, the clock continues to tick down. First down, 2 wideouts on the field.